Hello, welcome to a Hazard TV video, and today is another episode of Ultimate Future of the World, Season 5. Let's get into the video. So, tensions between Prussia, Denmark and Alsatia is actually becomes quite high, and Prussia declares war on Alsatia. However, Denmark declares war on Prussia. And the Ottomans get involved, and it becomes another really big war. Alsatia joins the Balkan Treaty, and Prussia moves into all these sort of Danish claims in Europe, and they take mainland Denmark over. They then entered the part of Sweden Denmark owns. Prussia then moved into Austria. However, that is then stopped. Britain gets involved as well. And it's a stalemate. Until Prussian troops move into Austria, completely taking it over. During the war, Prussia completely annexes Denmark, and Alsatia moves into what is Belgium, and then into the Netherlands. With the help of Ottoman troops, Austria moves back into their land. Completely taking back the land. Ottoman troops then enter the Polish part, and Russian troops enter this bit. Sweden then gets involved, taking over the land that Denmark used to own, and then also taking Denmark. Well, what was Denmark. Alsatia then starts moving in, and British troops arrive in Europe to stop him. And well, they sign a peace treaty. So this is what the peace treaty looks like. Prussia gets split up between the Ottoman Empire, Austria, and the new French Union, which is Francia. I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to say Francia and Alsatia. So they united into a new French Union. So you got the French-controlled Prussia, you got Austrian-controlled Prussia, and Ottoman-controlled Prussia. Then also of it, there's Poland, and well, Denmark didn't become independent again. Sweden decided to just keep it to themselves, and Russia got some lands in the east. Now, so the next thing that happens is Iberia declares war on the French Union. However, the Allies don't get involved, as it's something that Iberia brought upon themselves. Nobody declared war on them, but they declared war on somebody else. So they just move into the French Union moves into Iberia, and they sign a peace treaty. And it actually isn't that bad for Iberia. And it's actually, no, it's really bad because it gets broken up into 3 sections. So the 3 sections are this northern bit of Africa that goes to Morocco, Portugal, and Castile. Which I need to change the Portuguese flag. Instead of red, I want like a bit like a dark blue, and then white there. There. So yeah, so it's Portugal, Castile, and Morocco now. And well, Carthage gets annexed by the Ottoman Empire, which is starting to slowly regain its land that it had at its peak before it collapsed into a bunch of states in Europe that they have actually slowly taken over. They can now totally control Eastern Europe and nearly all of Eastern Africa. All they need to do is, actually no, they do control East Africa because they control this little bit. However, now with the 2 new nations of Portugal and Castile, countries, alliances are trying to get them to join. Which Portugal joins the Balkan Treaty because that's the alliance that helped them become free, and then Castile just explodes. So the new countries that come out of this Castile explosion is Galicia in the north. You got Aragon. You got the Northern Iberian Republic and Southern Iberian Republic. You got Spain, and you got Bastille. And a lot of these new nations actually making an alliance with Portugal, because Portugal left the Balkan Treaty just to join it, called the Iberian Treaty. Which the French Union also joins, and the Ottoman Empire is an observer state of it, along with Russia, United States of America, Brazil, Australia, and the Dominion of India. So once again, the Ottoman Empire. Now, this little bit that remains of Castile splits into 2. Western Castile and Eastern Castile, and they both join the Iberian Treaty. And then the Ottoman Empire actually leaves the Balkan Treaty to completely join it, and then Austria left to join it, and then Poland became a part of Russia. And this big part of the Ottoman-controlled Prussia also becomes a part of Russia. And so does that part of the Ottoman Empire. Now this is what they did this just so the Ottoman Empire didn't have to deal with a bunch of rebellions, because that part of land that it gave was getting quite rebellious. So now Russia has to deal with rebellions. So the Ottoman leaders still have to deal with rebellions. That was probably a bad idea. However, the Ottoman Empire does get land out of the deal. They get that bit of land full of oil. Making the Ottoman Empire even more rich. However, that will be the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Go to hazitv.co.uk. This is the second time I had to do this because my outro keeps cutting off. However, remember to like and subscribe. Go to hazitv.co.uk for hazitv merch. And until next time, peace.